Hey everybody, Matt Green here, and welcome to episode number 12 of Smart Talk. And this is an exciting episode. We're a couple weeks away from Christmas, and then after that it's going to be New Year's. So it's a great way to tighten up on your health and really get a plan together so you can get past this holiday season and avoid the unwanted holiday weight gain, and then jump right into the new year with not much to have to work on. I mean, if you can keep the holiday weight gain off over these next few weeks and through during the new year, then you're going to have a lot less work than the majority of people that are going to be just planning out their weight loss goals for the first of the year. So I would recommend getting your plan in place, staying on track with the program, and you're going to be feeling a lot better on this upcoming new year than if you just pig out over the holidays. So get your plan in place, and we've got a lot of great questions today. I think they'll help you out with your plan over the next couple weeks and during the holidays. So without further ado, let's get into today's first question, and we'll get started and get this episode rolling.
Marilyn asks, why can't I use aspartame as a sweetener? What are the drawbacks?
Hey Marilyn, great question. And aspartame is a sweetener that you're going to want to avoid. And there are a lot of drawbacks to it. And it sounds like you may already know that there's drawbacks because you're curious about them. And some of the drawbacks include headaches, drowsiness, dizziness, the depletion of serotonin in our brains, which can mess up neurotransmitters, which is a huge issue. You're also going to notice weight gain. So there's several different problems associated with consuming artificial sweeteners, specifically aspartame. And it was actually created, aspartame, as an anti-ulcer drug. So it was never really meant to be an artificial sweetener. It just ended up coming out that way when it was finally approved by the FDA. And we actually have a full article about aspartame in the blog section of Slim Down Smart. I encourage you to check it out. So aspartame is something that you're going to want to avoid because it's not a good sweetener to be using on a consistent basis because of all the drawbacks that are associated with it. But there are some good sweeteners that you can use, and the ones that I would recommend in small amounts, stevia is a good sweetener that you can use every once in a while, and there's also organic cane sugars that you can use. Coconut palm sugar is great. Honey is also a nice natural sweetener. So I would stick to more of the organic sweeteners if possible, and those are going to work the best and be the healthiest. And a lot of people think aspartame is a great sweetener because it's very low calorie, but it's actually kind of a myth because there's a lot of research studies that have been showing that artificial sweeteners actually cause a lot more weight gain than traditional or regular sugar does. So it's something that you really want to stay away from, and I'd highly recommend staying away from it and just using regular sugar. And if you can get organic sugar, that's going to be a lot healthier too, because there'll be some minerals and vitamins still intact, and it'll be less refined and less processed. And that's what I would recommend. And artificial sweeteners, another thing that's wrong with them is that they're 1,000 times sweeter than regular sugar. So that can also cause issues because it can boost cravings up and cause you to want to eat more and more, because cravings can be stimulated from very sweet foods. They can be addicting, and sweet foods can cause a lot of issues with weight. So you just want to watch out and avoid aspartame and stick to the recommendations that I provided.
Joy asks, how will I be able to see episodes 1 through 7?
Hey Joy, if you want to see the past episodes, like this is episode number 12 here, you can click the blue button that's below this video, or you can check out the YouTube channel, and there's a specific playlist that you can watch. It's called Smart Talk, and if you're on the website of Slim Down Smart, you can just look under this video. There should be a blue link that says Video Archive, and when you click on that, it'll take you over to a list of all the episodes of Smart Talk. And we've done quite a few episodes. They've been very beneficial for lots of members, and there's a lot of information to learn from each of the episodes. So I'd highly encourage you to check out some of the other episodes that we've had and we've answered almost about 100 questions from members, so we've answered quite a few, and there's been a lot of great questions, and these questions have tremendously helped lots of members and other people around the world. So it's been great doing Smart Talk, and you can view the episodes by clicking the video archive link below this video, or checking out the Smart Talk playlist on YouTube.
Delphina asks, is there a supplement that can help with those strong sugar cravings?
Hey Delphina, and cravings can be really tricky, especially if it's like a chocolate craving or something for a sugary food. And what I would recommend is trying to reduce your consumption of the sugary food. Let's take chocolate for example. Let's say you really like chocolate and you're trying to reduce your consumption of it because you're eating too much chocolate. So a couple things you could do is, I would still recommend eating chocolate. There's actually a beneficial type of chocolate, and depending on the type that you're currently eating, there could be some room for improvement. So if you're having milk chocolate, I would recommend switching over to dark chocolate, because that's going to be a lot healthier for you, a lot more healthier for you, and there's lots of antioxidants in dark chocolate, so there's several health benefits. But you've got to get the right type of dark chocolate, and typically what we recommend is 70% or higher cocoa content in the dark chocolate, and that's going to be the healthiest types of chocolate, anything 70% or higher in cocoa content, because the higher you go in cocoa content, the least amount of sugar the chocolate's going to have in it. So that's why we recommend 70% or higher. And if you're having chocolate on a regular basis, that's okay. You can have a couple squares a day. It's not going to hurt you, but you just want to make sure that you're having chocolate that has a high cocoa content in a dark chocolate form, because that's going to be the healthiest. And if you're having a lot of milk chocolate, let's say you want to start slow, then whatever you're currently at, depends on where you're at, how much chocolate are you eating? You want to ask that to yourself. And then what you could do next is you could say, okay, I want to try and cut 25% of my chocolate intake down, so that way you're reducing sugar and you're reducing the need to constantly have a lot of chocolate in your routine. So if you can slowly reduce your consumption of the milk chocolate or chocolate that you're already having right now, then that can help reduce that craving slowly. And so there's several different ways to do it. And if you're eating the chocolate, I'd also recommend drinking a lot of water, because that will also fill you up and deplete the cravings as well. So there's several different ways that you can take it. And just to sum it all up, the first one would be getting a 70% or higher dark chocolate bar, and that's going to be a great option to use. You can also just work on reducing your consumption of chocolate, so you can just cut 25% off of your chocolate consumption each week. And third, you can drink more water when you're eating your chocolate, so that way it fills you up and kind of depletes that craving away. So I would choose one of those three options to help reduce sugar from your diet, to help you reduce cravings, and then also increase the quality of the chocolate that you're eating. And the next part of your question was about a supplement that would help reduce cravings. And one of the supplements that I personally take that has worked well for me, it doesn't completely get rid of the cravings, but it can definitely help you out, and it's probiotics. And we recommend Slim Biotics, and it's a great probiotic supplement that helps outnumber the bad bacteria in your gut and adds more good bacteria into your gut. And if you have a good ratio of good to bad bacteria in your digestive tract, then that's going to reduce cravings from your lifestyle. So that's going to really help you reduce cravings. And other than that, I would just stick to the three things that I recommended, and then also trying Slim Biotics if you haven't already.
Michael asks, if there's something on the meal plan I don't like, can I use something else off the meal plan?
Hey Michael, awesome question, and you can totally swap things around on the meal plans. And if you like a meal and you prefer a meal that's listed on day number 3 that appeals to you better than that's listed on day number 1, then you can swap those meals around and choose the foods that you love the most. That's really what the plan is geared towards, is being flexible so that you're eating the foods that you enjoy so that you can have the best success. Alright, question of the day. What is your favorite holiday dessert that you're going to be having during this holiday season? Let me know in the comments section below, and my favorite dessert, I'll give you the answer to my question. So my favorite dessert is going to be the cutout Christmas cookies. So those are my favorite. I may have a few of those. I'm sure I will. And what's your favorite holiday dessert during the Christmas season and during New Year? Let me know in the comments section below, and look forward to hearing your answers, and stay tuned for the next episode.